Hi everybody, welcome to Goat Sports Performance. Dr. Tim Baghurst here. And I wanted to answer a question that was posed to me by JTRB, who asked, when we train for agility, should we be training specific movements for that sport, or should we be training general agility? It's actually a very good question, because we see a lot of times athletes doing the same motion pattern over and over and over, which can be beneficial for the sport, don't get me wrong, but I think it can lead to some other problems down the road. And so the first question really is, what is agility? And it is really the power of moving quickly and easily. And so we think of nimbleness as a great example of that. Now, nimbleness can occur in any sport, but there are some sports where we have movements that are very fixed, and we have some movements that are very unstable. Soccer, for example, is unstable. We put our joints in unusual positions. Things happen which cause us to move in a pattern that we didn't anticipate. And while there are some movements that we may anticipate, for example, taking a free kick, it's a very fixed movement where we do it over and over again. There are situations, for example, getting tackled, where that's a very unstable environment. On the other hand, if you look at something like a discus throw or a shot put, it's a very fixed movement. It's done over and over and over. And really with agility, while we can train those movements over and over, I think agility training can also be developed to prevent injuries. And so what happens is this: if you think of a golfer as an example, they hit a swing over and over and over and over, one way, one way, one way, one way. Now that trains the body to hit that shot very well, and it strengthens those muscles. But if you don't take care of the other side, the muscles that aren't being used, there's a chance of getting injuries down the road. And sometimes we see that with golfers and other athletes. As an example, take soccer players. They tend to develop their quadriceps much more than their hamstrings. And so while they're able to sprint and while they're able to kick hard, they often get injuries in their hamstrings because their hamstrings aren't being taken care of. They're not being trained as much. So injury prevention is one of those important ones. So think about long-term agility. If you want a long sports career, you need to take care of your body, not just for the sport that you're playing, but also for your daily life. And how is this going to progress as you age? So are the movements part of daily life is the first question you need to ask. Running, sure. Walking, sure. But some of these movements, here's a great picture. Yeah, not exactly something you're going to see in daily life, right? And so think about the law of opposites here. If you're doing one motion one way, you should probably train a little bit at least doing it the other way. Not only does that help in unstable environments, but you're also training your body so that it's anatomically correct. You don't want to get injured down the road, which is really what agility training can help you with. Should you be training for agility in your sports? Yes, of course you should. Should you be doing specific patterns? Absolutely. But also think about, if I'm doing this pattern, should I be doing a different pattern as well that might help me make sure that I'm injury-free, make sure that I am focused on performing well now, but also in 5 years' time or 10 years' time or something like that. So JTRB, I hope that answers your question. Thanks for asking it. If you do have questions, feel free to contact me. My information is on my website, of course, and I welcome the questions. I enjoy the different topics that you might have. So until next time, thanks for watching.